Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my theory tuition series where we're working step by step through the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. They're available in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll also find a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're in the exam room. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And so now if you'll turn with me to page 26 in your grade 5 music theory and practice workbook. We're going to continue with irregular time divisions. We're going to have a look at exercise 2. All that we're required to do here is to add bar lines to these extracts. They all begin on the first beat of the bar, and so let's just have a go. If you want to just crack on and have a go yourself, or try a few and then re-access into the video. It doesn't matter if you go wrong, we're only ever writing in pencil. You need a pencil and a ruler and most probably an eraser. So let's have a go. I'm hoping you've had a crack at these and we'll try now. So here we're counting in 4/4, 4 crotchet beats, 4 quarter notes per bar. And so we can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, bar line. Now here we think it's going to get tricky, but we know that we group in units, we group in simple time units, and 5 into the time of 4, which is 1 crochet beat, 1 quarter note. So really you just count, you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Job done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bar line at the end. That's there. Okie dokie, next one we're counting in minim beats or half notes. And so you could either think there's 1, there's 1.5, which makes 2.5, there's the remaining half, which makes 3. However, if you find counting in half notes or minim beats a bit tricky, you could always count, just for math's sake, 6/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you find it easier to do it that way, by all means do so. The maths is the same. Of course, performance-wise it's not, but that's not our concern at present. Here again, you think, oh, this is going to get tricky, but not really. You know that it's 6 in the time of 4, which is 1 minim beat or 1 half note. And again here, 3 in the time of 2, which again is 1 half note. So we can think there's 1 half note, 1 minim, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you find that you get lost in the middle somewhere, unless it says etc., you know that it's going to end on the last beat of the bar. And so you can always work backwards if you've got a little bit lost working this way. So if you feel like you can perhaps have a go on your own now, if you haven't done already, then perhaps just try this next few yourself. And now we'll go through them together to just double check that. So we're counting 2 crochet beats per bar, 2 quarter notes, and we know that the beaming is going to be in units of a crochet, or if it's really, really tiny divisions, it'll be in units of a quaver, an 8th note. So here we have 1, 2. By all means, if you want to double check the maths, we've got a half, a quarter, and a quarter. But we know even from back in grade 1, we group half beats and quarter beats in units of 1 crochet, 1 quarter note. So there's a whole beat, 1, 2, bar line. This ornament does not affect the timing, so we'll just count half a beat, 1.5, 2. So we've got a half, a 1.5, which makes 2. And so there's our bar line. A half a beat and a half a beat rest makes a beat. Remember, we have 6 in the time of 4, which gives us another beat. So we've got 1, 2 here, and so that's our bar line. Not a lot of room there. And then here again, although you think this looks really complicated, the quick way is, we know that it's 1 beat, 2 beats, bar line. If you want to go back and just double check the maths, we've got half a beat here, we've got a quarter of a beat in this rest, 3 in the time of 2, so I don't want to draw 3, 3 in the time of 2, and 2/8 make 1/4 of a beat. There you can see we've got our whole beat. Here we've got a quarter of a beat. Here the quaver, or the 8th note, is worth half a beat, and then the dot again is another quarter of a beat. But we know from grade 1 that they are beamed in unit values of 1 beat, 1 crotchet beat. So the quick easy way is 1, 2, job done. Half a beat, 1 1/2 plus the dot gives us the missing half. There's our final 2 beats. Let's carry on. And so now, if you're sort of getting the gist, we can just whiz through this without worrying about notating all of the mathematical divisions unless it gets tricky. We count in 3 8th notes, 3 quaver beats per bar. 1, 2, 3. There's 1 quaver beat. 5 in the time of 4. And so we know that that also is the same as that, which is 1 quaver beat, 1/8 note. And then there's our missing 3rd quaver. So we know that it's 1, 2, 3, bar line. 1, 2, 3, bar line. 1, 2, 3, bar line. And again here, although this looks like it's going to be really tricky, we've got 1 quaver beat there. This is an equal group of 4, all which make a quaver beat, because if you just work that out, a quaver and 1/8 makes 2 semiquavers or 16ths, or it makes 4 demi-semiquavers or 32. So there's 1 quaver beat, another quaver beat, and again there's 5 in the time of 4 gives us that same unit again, and there's a quaver beat again. So really we just go 1, 2, 3. Job done. 1, 2, 3. That's all on its own. 1, 2, 3. And you know that we finished correctly because our final bar works at the end. Let's continue on to page 27. If you haven't tried so already, do so now if you're just beginning to get the gist. And so let's have a look at page 27. So we're counting 2 crotchet beats per bar, 2 quarter notes. And so we can just quickly 1, 2, half plus a half makes a whole beat. There's a quaver beat. 7 in the time of 4. Which we know gives us 2 of those, which makes our quaver beat. 1, 2. There's another one. And then here is another group of a quaver beat. And so we know that we can put our bar line there. If we just think we've got a quarter there, and those 2 will make a quarter, which give us our half a beat, our quaver note there. And so let's carry on. So we've got a quaver beat there, a quaver beat there, a quaver beat there, and a quaver beat there. So that's 4 quaver beats, which makes 2 crochet beats. You can see there, which we combine into 2 crochet beats. When they're very, very small divisions, you can see that they're grouped in quavers or eighth notes. So 2 grouped divisions give us our crochet there. And then finally 1, 2, and then we know that we're correct there. Let's look at the next one. So we're counting 4 crochet beats per bar. So again, we've got very small divisions now, so we're going to have to think in quaver beats or eighth notes. There's 1 crochet beat, there's a half, and then 5 in the time of 4 gives us our other half, and so there we find with the group with the rest as well gives us our crochet beat or quarter note. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our bar line. So we're going to have to think in quavers or eighth notes again. There's 1. 5 in the time of 4 gives us another quaver group. So all together, there's our crochet or quarter note. So there's 1 beat, 2. Now here, this will give us our crochet beat, 3, 4. Because there, those 2 we can combine together to make 1 quarter note. So we've got 3 quarters and a quarter, so that's correct. And we can see that they beam together in a unit group of a crochet or a quarter note. Here we go again. So there's 1 crochet beat, 3 in the time of 2 gives us another crochet beat, 5 in the time of 4 quarters gives us a whole crochet beat, and then here there's our final crochet beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fact that there's a double dot means that that balances out that, so we've got our half a beat and then quarter and eighth, missing eighth of a beat there. I just find the maths quite tricky, so I work it visually, but by all means look at the breakdown of the beams and use the maths to help you. Next one. So here we're counting 2 minning beats per bar. If you find that particularly tricky, by all means mathematically that works out the same as 4 crochet beats, so work it out that way. So you could either think there's 1 minning beat or half note, 2, 3 bar line, alternatively 1, 2, oh sorry, I've got a bit carried away there, let's do that again. We're only doing 2 not 3, aren't we? So 2 minning beats per bar, 1, 2, or 4 crochet beats, 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our bar line. Remember what the time signature is, 2. So there's 1 minning beat, there's another minning beat, there's our bar line. Alternatively, you could think 1, 2, 3, 4 crochet beats, 1, 2, 3, 4 crochet beats, or 1, and those 2 give us another minim, another half note. Here 3 in the time of 2, so we're just counting that, so that's our bar complete straight away. 2 minim beats, 2 half notes, and then here just glancing ahead, 5 in the time of 4, and we know that 4 quavers or 4 eighth notes gives us our minim beat or half note. So there's 1 minim or half note, there's another, so that's our bar line there. Alternatively, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this should now work out. So there's 1 crochet beat or quarter note, 2, 3, 4, or 1 half a note, 1 minim beat, 2 minim beats. That's correct, so there we go. Next one, we're getting there. Again, we're counting in 4 crochet beats, 4 quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 in the time of 2, which gives us another crochet beat or another quarter note, so that's 3, and then 5 in the time of 4 semiquavers or 4 16th notes gives us another crochet beat. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, so there's our bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice easy bar. 1, 2, 6 in the time of 4 gives us another one. 6 in the time of 4 gives us another one. 1, 2, 3, 4 crochet beats, 4 quarter notes per bar. Not quite finished yet, it's the same piece here, so we need to just carry on. 1, 2, now 3 in the time of 2, don't forget that includes the rest, so 3 in the time of 2 gives us another crochet beat or another quarter note. 3 in the time of 2 gives us another quarter note, so there's our bar line. 1, 2, the rest in the quaver or 8th notes gives us our third crochet beat. 7 in the time of 4 gives us our other crochet beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4 crochet beats, 4 quarter notes. There's not a lot of room for a bar line there, but that's where it goes. 1, 2, together with the rest we have another beat there. Half and a half makes a whole beat. 2 quavers makes a crochet. 9 in the time of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is the same as 4 lose a beam. So we've got 8 32s or 4 16ths, which gives us our crochet beat. 1, 2, 3, 4 bar line, etc. So just a little bit mind-boggling there, but if you just work it out, just map it out and just work out your divisions and just sort of annotate to keep a track on where you are. It's just taking it a little step at a time. I do hope that that's been helpful to you. I hope that you're feeling like you're getting to grips with this. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all the resources available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.